Karl Marx, a radical thinker who influenced the development of contemporary society. Karl Marx, a philosopher, economist, and political theorist who lived in the 19th century, is regarded as one of the most important individuals in the history of human thinking. His theories have a significant and enduring influence on sociology, politics, economics, and even culture. Marx, who was born in 1818 in Trier, Prussia, was known for his unrelenting pursuit of justice, equality, and social change. This essay will examine Karl Marx's life, intellectual accomplishments, and legacy, with an emphasis on his continuing relevance today. Early influences and life. Karl Marx was born into a middle-class Jewish family, and the intellectual and cultural influences of the Enlightenment and Romanticism shaped him in his formative years. At the University of Bonn and then the University of Berlin, where he studied law, history, and philosophy, he got familiar with the writings of German idealist thinkers such as Georg Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel. Marx's intellectual growth was significantly impacted by Hegel's dialectical technique, which helped to shape his subsequent work in political economics. Marx's views of the harsh reality of industrial capitalism in the 19th century also influenced his intellectual development. He saw the severe inequities brought about by the Industrial Revolution, as well as the exploitation of the working class and worker alienation. His dedication to comprehending and correcting the social and economic inequities of his period was deepened by these encounters. History-based materialism and the Communist Manifesto. The Communist Manifesto, co-written by Marx and Friedrich Engels and released in 1848, served as the basis for his revolutionary ideals. Marx outlined the fundamental ideas of communism in this essay, contending that class conflicts have always existed throughout history and that the working class, also known as the proletariat, will eventually rise up against the bourgeoisie, the capitalist class, to create a society free from class distinctions. Workers everywhere, unite. You just stand to lose your shackles. It ended up serving as the movement's battle cry. Historical materialism, a theory that holds that monetary and material circumstances influence history, lies at the core of Marx's ideas. Marx held that the social, political, and cultural relationships within a society are determined by the mode of production, or how that society organizes the creation of commodities and services. He distinguished a number of historical development phases, including feudalism, capitalism, primitive communism, and, eventually, communism. Marx argues that due to the abolition of private property and class inequalities, capitalism would ultimately give way to communism. Capitalism is criticized. Capital is Karl Marx's most significant and influential work. He started writing it in the 1850s and revised it up until his passing. Marx examined the paradoxes that exist within capitalism in this lengthy study. According to him, the proletariat was exploited by capitalists who bought their work for pay and sold it to them. Marx argued that the capitalists seized the surplus value produced by workers' labor, which resulted in the bourgeoisie's concentration of wealth and power. Marx also looked into the idea of alienation in capitalist society. He made the claim that employees were cut off from the outcomes of their effort, the labor itself, their co-workers, and even their own humanity. Marx thought that the commercialization of labor in the capitalist system, where employees were treated as mere commodities, was the cause of this alienation. Both historical and current significance. Karl Marx's theories have had a lasting impact on society, having influenced both academic research and later political movements. Marxist-inspired uprisings proliferated throughout the 20th century, inspiring the creation of socialist and communist regimes. Marx's theories continued to influence discussions of economic injustice, class conflict, and social justice, despite the fact that these experiments frequently encountered major obstacles and criticism. Marx's contributions to sociology, political economics, and philosophy continued to have an impact on academia. His ideas, including class conflict, historical materialism, and alienation, are still being researched and discussed. Marx's critique of capitalism is still important today because of the widespread discussion of topics like worker exploitation, wealth inequality, and the negative effects of capitalism on society and the environment. Karl Marx was a bold thinker whose concepts had a significant and enduring influence on contemporary society. Those pursuing social justice and equality continue to be moved by his critique of capitalism, support for the working class, and idea of a classless society. Marx's intellectual legacy is still alive and well, even if there has been disagreement and dispute about how to really put his theories into practice. Karl Marx's views continue to stimulate critical examination and calls for a more just and equitable society in a time of growing economic and social inequities. We appreciate you being here with us today. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you, our amazing fans, for your unwavering support during this amazing journey. Without your enthusiasm and continuous participation, we would not have had this much fun. See you in another video.